Hey, welcome back, my dudes. Hey, thank you so much for continuing to watch my YouTube channel, continuing to please subscribe to this YouTube channel, man. How you guys doing? You guys having a good week? I hope so. Okay. I hope so. I hope you're getting a lot done. I will say though, on this side it's been crazy. It's been kind of stressful, man. I'm dealing with a lot of noise right now, man. It's kind of hard to focus and get my work done, but you got to push through. You're saying like I got a mission that I have to complete, all right? And the mission is to, put out this film and to just, make sure that I'm consistent with my uploads on this channel and consistent with my posts on social media. Now, speaking of social media, okay, I actually just came back to Instagram after a year and 4 months off my main personal account. Okay. And if you guys have been following me for the past, I don't know, 2 years, and if you've been following me on social media even before I took off, right, you guys know that I just do not, you know, like social media that much. It's a very interesting relationship that I have with it, and it's kind of a love and hate. Like social media provides a lot of great tools. A lot of great tools to build your brand, to interact and connect with people, and to share your work, your art, and everything else, right? But as much good as it provides, there's just so much negative as well, right? You got to deal with the whole comparison thing. When you see other people living their life, you kind of feel a little tinge in your chest. You're like, oh my God, what am I doing with my life? You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to not compare yourself to people on social media. And then on top of that too, not even that, it's just a huge time suck. Okay, it's a very huge time suck. You just keep continuously mindlessly scrolling, right? And on top of that too, man, there's a lot of negativity on there, just how the human mind works, right? And also how the algorithm works, okay? The algorithm actually love negativity because human beings as a whole are drawn towards negativity, okay? So when there's negative things on the platform, right, it's just going to keep compounding, right? That's the reason why I kind of, got off of it, because back in 2020, there was just a huge, like, just huge negative energy just on social media as a whole. I just took a break, but and things like my mental health has improved. It really has. It really has improved. And but the thing is, like, I had to come back to social media, for this film, for this project, right? And so far it's been decent. I think when I came back, I had 2004 followers on Instagram, which is whatever, right? And I lost like about, I don't know, lost like about like 70 something, right? Which is it is what it is, right? That's just comes with the territory of just being gone for a long time and then coming back with a new a new version of yourself. But it's not really a new version of myself. I kind of just always been this way, but it is, bro. People are fickle, is what it is. And I'm not even gonna tell you to go and follow me on Instagram, right? If you're loving what I'm doing here and you want to stay here, bro, just stay here, bro. Okay, man. I'm not really on Instagram like that. Like, I'm just, like I said, it's for business, and it's for sharing work. Okay, it's not for me to share my personal life. Okay, but it's been great so far. There's been reconnecting with friends from from high school and from college, and then some people from also from New York and whatnot. It's been a while. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're not on social media, you kind of like, you don't exist, right? And then when you're on it again, oh my God, you exist again. It is what it is, right? So you can't really fight that aspect of just humanity, especially on social media, right? But I'm going to talk to you guys today about my script, okay, for this film that's coming out. I got the date. The date is coming out October 28th, 2001. Rain or shine, the film's coming out, okay? Just to get that shit out the fucking way. All right, so I have the script right here, okay? The script is called Coffee, and it's about, the general synopsis is about change and understanding and accepting that change, right? Honestly, this is a log line which I got to get better at. So it's not a synopsis; it's actually the log line, right? It's a story about friendship and change. That's like the main thing about this story, and understanding that people change over time, and as hard as a pill that is to swallow, we have to accept that, and that's what this script is about. The script is about that change, and this story is loosely based on a true story that happened to me back in college. And, it's just something that always stuck with me. It was such a pivotal moment in my adulthood that just really stuck with me for such a long time. And, it was just such a visceral kind of moment. And, you know, in writing, right? When you watch all these instructional videos on writing, right, they always tell you to tell the story that you know. So I decided to tell this story in a way for me to try to understand what happened at that time. So I wrote this back in 2019, like early January 2019. I wrote this script, and it was during a period where I had downtime when I was selling sunglasses. Because you guys know, you guys are pretty aware that I sell sunglasses, right? But when I was in between orders for my new pair of sunglasses, I had like about like 3 weeks of like downtime. Everything was just at a lull, like no campaigns, no photo shoots, no nothing. So I was like, shit, dude, I got to be productive and do something about this, right? I had to talk to my mom. My mom told me, hey, man, like, you know, if you're not doing anything right now, just sit down and write. And I was like, I don't know, man. But she's like, yo, you're a good writer. Sit down and fucking write. Okay. And, you know, I started having the pen and I started just, you know, dabbling in some ideas and whatnot. But then I came across my buddy who had done this film that I did cinematography for. It's called Rage. I'm gonna put the clips here so you guys can, you know, get a reference and see for yourself. And the film was like we filmed the film in a day, but the script is only like 3 pages. But the way that my boy edited the stuff that I shot, and I saw like the story, and I was like, bro, this man did this with no budget in a day and like 3 pages of script. Can you imagine what I could do with all this time? I have 2 weeks. No, I have 3 weeks to sit down and write this script. Can you imagine what I could do? So that's what I did. I just sat down and I just, you know, took my mom's advice and I just focused and I wrote this script within 2 weeks. Yeah, in 2 weeks, I think I'll see. I don't remember, but I'm saying 2 weeks, right? Took 2 weeks to write and about 1 week to edit. Okay, it was all a blur, right? And it went through a couple of re-edits. My had to, you know, my friend helped me with the edits. My mom helped me with the edits. Right, my mom's a really good writer, and she helped me to edit the way that I thought was best for this film. And the thing is, too, man, the first version of this film was written through the perspective of the male character. But the thing is, like when I wrote it through the male, you know, character, it became sort of like a comedy, like a joke. And because me personally, like when I see things, bro, I try to see things in an absurdist kind of view to try and make light of situations. But that's not what I really wanted. That's not what I really intended. Because when I started writing it in that way, it became like a one-off like comedy like YouTube video. I didn't want that. So what I did was I had to switch the perspective, right? Because there's two characters, a male and a female. So I started writing in the perspective of the female character. And when I was able to do that, the tone came in. It became more serious. It became more realistic in a sense, right? And that's what I wanted. That's really what I wanted to get. And things like writing in that perspective allowed me to understand this female character a lot better. And things I did a lot of research. I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of movies with lead roles of where the roles were played by women. And I read a lot of psychology books trying to understand like, you know, some of the decision making that you know, women make when it comes to, you know, moments of high stress. And so I really had to put myself in the shoes of this character to write it. And it allowed me to empathize with, you know, this moment in time that, you know, always stuck with me. And that's kind of the main reason kind of why I wrote this. Like this was a way for me to really understand like what was going on, you know? And the thing about writing characters too, which I understand, right? And I may do a more in-depth video on my Buy Me a Coffee, by the way. Check it out, okay? You know, I'm uploading constantly in the blogs and everything else. But, you know, the thing about writing characters, you have to treat them like real people. And you have to respect them. That's like one of the key things about writing, okay? You can't just like disrespect these people because things like when you write these characters, someone's gonna watch this character and someone's gonna identify with that character. And the person that identifies with that character is a real person. Okay, so you gotta think about that. And that's something that I went into writing the character of the female in here. All right. And I wanted to be super, super, super respectful to the story and the person that it was based on. So yeah. So once I was done with the first round of edits, right? And I had the complete draft, right? This is probably the third draft, right? That's when I copyrighted everything, right? You know, that's one thing you got to make sure. You got to make sure you copyright your scripts through copyright.gov, okay? You got to do that, okay? Yeah, so I made sure I copyrighted it, and it costs like $40. I think it might be more now, right? Because of inflation and everything else, right? But that's the best way to like protect your stories, right? Don't ever like send scripts out if they're not copyrighted, okay? And after I copyrighted it, right, that's when I decided to, you know, look for a team and start doing the casting, okay? And, that's something I'll talk about in a later video. Okay. But that's like the main thing. You got to make sure that you own your work, own what you write, all right, before you go it out there, because people steal shit. Okay, bro. This is a steal. People steal shit, bro. If there's a good idea and your name's not on it, bro, someone's gonna take it. That's just how it is. And once I got the team in order, which I told you I'm gonna talk about in a more in-depth video, I started getting the shot list together, right? And the shot list is something you do for your cinematographer. The cinematographer does for you before you start going out there and filming, right? And that's gonna be a really, really in-depth video. I may do a character breakdown on my Buy Me a Coffee. It's just a long process, though. It's such a long process that I feel like it needs to be on a separate kind of platform for you to understand. But anyway, guys, this is a short video. Okay, I just wanted to bring in this discussion about social media and coming back, and then the script and everything else, right? Oh, by the way, dude, by the time this uploads, I should have a new podcast up. So check that out when you get a chance. New podcast below. Okay, every Friday, new podcast. You know the vibe. That's how we do it, right? And if you want to support me, you want to support what I'm building, right? Please feel free to buy me a coffee. The link is below, okay? But other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching, okay? And remember, guys, this is your life. Time waits for no one. So know what you do? You reach out, claim what you want, claim your time. Make sure you own it, okay? Because it's your time, and we're going to make it our time, all right? So make it your time. And I will see you in the next video. Stay safe. God bless. Take it easy. Deuces.